Hey everybody, it's Raven. Welcome to my channel. Thank you to all the new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it. I'd love for you to, and join me here. Today, I'm going to do a couple things, actually two different videos. The first one, I want to go through the crystals that I use when I read. I had someone ask me, what is that for? What is that for? When I was doing readings this weekend at a local metaphysical shop. And I thought, oh, well, you know what? Why not? And so I thought I'd go through what I have on my table. And I don't have a setup where I can pull the camera down, so I'm just going to hold everything up. So in front of me, I have kind of a half circle that contains my protection crystals. And that has 2 black tourmaline sticks. Every time I see these and I get a good deal on them, I just buy them all up. You could also use this one. I have selenite, and that sits between the middle of those 2 black tourmalines. You could also do a whole half circle of selenite. I mean, this is very preferential, so it's what you decide you want to do. In between those, I have, so if there's this one, so between the selenite and the black tourmaline, I have these witch stones. And I'm going to kind of hold that up there. They have, I forget what they're made up of. I'd have to look it up again. But these 3 came in a set. I have 3 here. Can't see it. There we go. I have these 3 came in a set. And they're actually called witch stones. I take them with me whenever I read. I get protection from them. I get information from them. And they're also in the half circle that I read from. The other protection stones I use are smoky quartz. So I love smoky quartz for its protection elements. I also have, let's see, bronzite. This is not a really big piece, so I'll try to hold on to it. So bronzite is really good for psychic protection. That's what I use it for. Labradorite, also good protective stone. So I set my space, of course, and, put up barriers, energetic barriers. But I love having this because if you read in person, it's not that you're blocking your client, but you just want to make sure you keep your space clean. And people are coming to you with sometimes very emotional things, and, it can't influence who comes after them. So you want to keep your space clean. The other thing I do is I have these 2 apophyllite points here. These are portals or gateway opening crystals. So I always have them kind of at the very forefront above the half circle because I'm opening. I'm opening for the information to come in. I'm opening for, kind of that. I'm open for business, right? Okay. Now from a reading, there's one other one, a tektite. The meteorite. I love tektite. It's another one. And so I have all the protection crystals kind of in a spaced around me in that half circle. Now, other stones I use is I will pull in crazy lace agate. I don't know if you can see that okay. I love the energy of crazy lace agate because it brings joy and it brings happiness and it just gives this giddiness kind of feel to this crystal. So if you haven't ever picked up a crazy lace agate, go to your local metaphysical shop, find it, just hold on to it. You might have to throw it really quickly on a piece of selenite, so find one at the bottom of the dish and kind of get other people's energy off of it. Clear it for a second and then hold on to it. It's a happy stone, and you want to bring happiness into your readings. Let's see. Another one I use is ancestralite. Ancestralite, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it is a absolutely beautiful stone. And what this does is this helps me if I'm working with someone and I feel a past life connection of whatever's going on, I will hold this and this takes me back there. The next one is mediumship. So mediumship, I use a few different crystals. I'm trying to gather them all here. Okay, these for sure. Numite. I love numite. This one it's blackstone, and I love it for mediumship. The next one is prehnite. Now, prehnite is this beautiful green, kind of almost rutilated looking stone, and I have it in a tower. I have it in a palm stone, and and I have it raw. Obviously, I'm a prehnite junkie. I actually have a prehnite pendulum too, and I just love it. And I have a prehnite long necklace with a kind of a palm stone looking stone that's on a chain. I'm a prehnite junkie. So I love these for mediumship. When I recently did the video with Bobby at Bobby Reads Tarot, I was doing this and it was my prehnite crystal, right? It connects me to the other side because your mediumship, your reading of the cards, it's all channeling, just different types of channeling. So I use that to get my hearing on. The other one is blue goldstone. Now, this is a man-made crystal. Blue, green, and goldstone are all man-made. The blue, you can use green also for channeling, and I do have some of that, but I also love the blue for remote healing, remote work, remote healing, remote viewing. I will use the blue goldstone. I also have that on here today because sometimes that just enhances my abilities, and I'll wear it in a necklace. I actually have a blue goldstone necklace of chunky blue goldstone. Just the whole necklace is just blue goldstone. There's no, you can't even see the chain it's on. And the first time I ever used it, I had to take it off because it was so overpowering. It's energy. So it's a very powerful stone, even though it is man-made. And I think that kind of comes to what I use for channeling. Oh, the other one last one. I always have lepidolite on my table because it's very calming. I can tend to get kind of this anxiety feeling when I'm channeling. You know, I'll tap my foot. I have to move, which is why I will, you know, have some kind of palm stone I'm doing this with. And the lepidolite actually helps calm. And this is a very purple, kind of usually purple and white stone. This one has more purple than the white in it, but it can be lighter than this. And I absolutely love it because I like stones that I can do this with. And that fits great in the palm of your hand. Okay. Oh, one last one. I know I keep saying that, but I forget. I have a myriad here. Spirit quartz. I love spirit quartz. And so the quartz to help amplify everything, the spirit quartz, again, just to bring in spirit and welcome, right? Those who want to come forward and have a conversation. So I have that as well. Make sure you cleanse your crystals. Sometimes I use salt. I have a big container of salt. I'll put them in there for a few minutes, take them out. Selenite's my favorite way to cleanse crystals. I have a lot of these in much bigger pieces. And you can, you know, put your crystals on top of them, set them overnight, however long, you know, go with your gut feeling. And selenite's a great clearing. You know, I will, when I travel with my black tourmaline, because these need to be cleansed after every use, I will put these together like that, and then I put them in a bag. And then they get cleansed while they're sitting there, and they're ready to go next time. So that is, and then I always have a piece of selenite, a little one, in the boxes. I don't have it right here. I have little boxes I carry all these in. And I always have one of these in each box. So while it's in there, right, it's cleansing the box and everything in it. So it makes it easier than having to come home, take everything out, put it all over my altar where the selenite is, and then remember to pack it back up. So that's a nice, easy way. The other thing I do with this is all my pendulum bags. All my pendulums are individual little velvet bags, and I put a piece of this in every one. So it cleanses them after I use it, and it just takes care of it. It's ready for use next time, right? So just quick shortcuts, easy things to do, because I used to come home and I would put everything on selenite, then remember to pack it back up. And yeah, I had someone come to me once that she had these nuisance kind of things going on in her house, movement of keys, you know, something you'd think was kind of maybe the funny uncle, right, just showed up, and she was asking why, who was this? And I looked at it and I'm like, do you have a pendulum you're keeping just out in the open? Because that's what I saw was a pendulum. And she goes, oh yeah, I keep it in this little dish. And I said, put it in a bag, put a piece of selenite in it, and it's going to stop, because the pendulum would be used and it would still be out in the open, and it was attracting just these energies that weren't harmful, but it could attract harmful. And it was just causing this disruption in her house that, again, wasn't harmful. It was more like a nuisance. So it was nuisance energy, kind of just disrupt. The minute she did that, she said everything stopped. So keep your tools safe, keep them in bags, keep them cleansed, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.